Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Aaron, and in today's video I just want to talk a little bit about the, possible post 7.3 expansion that might come out for World of Warcraft. And I talked about it before, about the whole information that was revealed on the gear of Kul'Tiras and the possibility of a Naga based expansion, the deep sea expansion, the South Shore Seas, or whatever it was called. I didn't think it was enough information to really make into an expansion, but I guess more information on Reddit, quote-unquote leaks, came off, and we don't really know if they are leaks or not, for sure. Now they have the name, World of Warcraft Rise of the Naga Empire expansion. Rise of the Naga Empire. At least it has a name. That's really what I wanted to see, is take a look at the name and the quote-unquote leaks, just to see what is the possibility of this to be an expansion. Now in the past there have been leaks and such about different expansions that WoW might or might not have, and one of them was the Dark Prophet, and people were thinking, oh, a troll expansion. People were going crazy on what could it be, and then it ended up being Warless Jenner. I don't know if this is going to be one of those same things, because I think this has happened in the past, but I just want to talk about the possibility of this becoming an expansion, because they have a lot more flavor text and a lot more, I guess, leaked content available. And that's really what I want to see, is if there's enough of stuff to really kind of tie all this together. And I kind of want to start with the flavor text. The Burning Legion has diverted attention of the heroes of Azeroth away from their homelands. As the war wages on Argus to stop Legion, Ajar continues her preparation in carrying out the will of N'Zoth, parading an invasion that will cover every continent on the planet. The Naga Empire has been building its forces and patiently waiting for the perfect time to strike. Using a twisted form of black magic and power granted to her from N'Zoth, Ajar will carry out a ritual that will cause the submerged Naga Empire to rise from the depths. Both Horde and Alliance are unprepared for such an attack, and as a result, many iconic locations will be destroyed. In order to defend the lands that the factions of Azeroth hold dear, both major factions must band together even amid hatred for both feel for each other. At least there's flavor text. I don't know how to really rate this flavor text to say if it's good or not, but at least it's flavor text. Inventions created by the gnomes and adopted by goblins will be created and refined to help curtail the invading Naga. Gifted and mechanically intelligent gnomes and goblins will plot massive suits of armor that will be instrumental in holding off Naga invasions. These tinkers will be looked at by the rest of the Horde and Alliance as essential to the military efforts that will greatly help turn the tide of battle. And if you remember the cinematic for Legion, we had the gnomes leader, Tinker guy, in his mecha suit. That's kind of what people are poking at. They're like, what if that was a class?
Hold fast! Mechator! We finish this now! Call in the gunship!
Way ahead of you, sir! Transangulating our positions right now!
That was like a take version or a DPS version, mecha suits, and Tinkers being engineers and such. I think it'd be kind of cool, honestly, because I think to have a specific class just for gnomes and goblins, which I feel like are one of those races that are not that oftenly played, it'll give people a reason to play more goblins and more gnomes, especially if they're essential and viable for PvP or PvE. And it would be cool, because then you would have such a uniqueness about a race or class that are like the shortest of them all. The expansion will supposed to increase level to up to 120, as well as a neutral race Naga, as well as a new class Tinker, which will be a tank DPS hybrid, and a new neutral city Undermine, all this along a new mount type boats. Now, you're gonna really have to sell me on boats as a mount type. Hi, so we've been getting dragons and rideable groundlings, and then we've been getting winged Pegasus things, and now we get boats. Now, I mean, I guess we do have mecha choppers and other tech that has been used as mounts, but boats is gonna be a little bit weird, because I don't think you can get a flying boat, but that'd be kind of cool. Sintal Reef with an Naga leveling zone 1 to 20, Kul'Tiras, Isle of Kazan, Zendalar, Tel Abim and Drown reaches, max level zones, Gishan Caverns, and Najitar. Now that'd be interesting, 2 zones for that. Other major features: 2 new battle guns, 1 new arena, 3 new raid zones available at launch, more planned server patches, 12 dungeons available at launch, 10 new to be in refreshed previous expansion dungeons, more planned server patches, Transmark Closet updates to include all offset sets, example Purple Paladin tier 2 BC dungeon set. I highly doubt that they would make an expansion of it. I mean, you have boats, right? So you're saying that we're going to be having water travel, and probably will have in-water quests. So it would be weird to have a Naga expansion where you're doing all your questing and such outside of water. It would probably have to be some kind of an underwater thing with the X and Y and Z axis playing part. And I remember not a lot of people enjoyed that. So I still stand by that. I mean, at least we have some kind of information, and I guess I'm happy to be reading something better than nothing, honestly. Even the flavor text, and it gets a little bit of that, you know, hype, a little bit of the possibility, because you're really trying to pull it all together and see what could everything bring, you know, how could all this bring it all into one expansion, and at least being able to look at all the different content. But I'm not quite sure if this still is enough for majority of players. For me, if this was an expansion, I guess it'll be kind of like, they would have to do a lot of explanation, because I'm not the kind of guy that really follows lore that closely. I'm mostly PvP, but I do like to follow lore to the sense that it makes sense. I've been able to follow Legion lore because I've been enjoying the raids and the dungeons and everything, all the PvE content for Legion, except for Chromies. I never done that one out of everything. But everything else PvE wise, even the raids I've done, and so far I like the lore, I like the story, and I'm even following a little bit here and there for 7.3 as I hang out on the PTR. So, lore-wise, it kind of just makes sense to me. When they get all the explanation and dwelling into the bigger issues, into the Warriors of the Light and such, it's starting to kind of come together, and it's making sense, because I like my stories to make sense when I play them. But with the Naga, they would definitely need a lot of explanation to do, and because of a lot of explanation, I don't know how Blizzard themselves would do it. Again, this could be a complete hoax, it could be maybe a possibility, but I think that's where I should leave the video off onto you, the viewer. What would you think about this with all the information provided, all the possible possible content, the new class, the new playable race, all the possibilities of that, the rumors and the leaks, I guess. Would this do you think this would be enough to make an expansion about Naga in Legion or post Legion? Let me know that in the comments below, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna go and get some groceries and head back and get more videos cracking. But until then, I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great one.